Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are here. DCS 5 is here. I've been waiting a long time. We're going to jump right into the match here. This is round 1. I've got Golden, Nova, Yu-Gi-Oh with me here today. How you doing, Golden?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm ready to see some misplays due to not having enough coffee today.
Well, listen, Cody Angeloff, very famous player, already off to a good start. His opponent set 2 and passed. He went Desires into Swordsoul Emergence into Mo Yi. I like the sound of that if I'm a Swordsoul player, but now we've got Arkelos here. He's going to counter with a World Legacy Secret chaining World Legacy Memory. So this memory is probably going to special summon a Mekk-Knight into the column of the Mo Yi, and here we see that. That way the World Legacy Secret will negate the Mo Yi here. So Mo Yi is going to resolve negated. We are going to have to see what's going on here. Okay, so Mo Yi is negated. Ooh. On resolution,
All right, okay.
Gonna chain the Heavenly Dragon Circle. Now, fun fact, even if Cody chained this before the Mo Yi had like a chance to resolve, so if he chained it in response to the memory, this World Legacy Secret would still negate, actually. It doesn't care even if the monster's on the field, it just cares what if the column was activated, or if the effect was activated in a certain column. So that's why he didn't chain there.
Oh, okay. See, I was thinking we were on some Effect Veiler stuff right here.
Yeah, no, this card is not Effect Veiler. It's quite interesting. Okay, so there we go. Long Yen, pitch the Tenyi Spirit. We're going to chain the purple before the Baron comes out to get the Mekk-Knight engine back online. Now, really the question is can Arkelos live here? And I don't know the answer to that question. I'm going to go with probably not, but who knows?
So they're going to be at 68. We're going to get some big synchros on board. Oh, and the Fleur is going to cause a bit of a problem.
Right, yeah, the Fleur is going to cause a problem. That Ecclesia is going to do a lot of damage. Okay, so here we go. Here comes the Ecclesia.
And let's see the Taie.
You are right. The tie.
Alrighty, there we go.
Is here. Yeah, this is not looking good for Arkelos, at least in this game. Okay. Banishes the long man here.
The thing about Mekk-Knights, though, is that the fact that they can drop these huge bodies out of nowhere that doesn't even start a chain means that they can get some ridiculous materials on board out of nowhere. So I'm still not counting the Mekk-Knight player out.
Me neither. And also, Arkelos might be on a invoked version, and we might see that game too. The reason I say that is because he did choose to go first, and he's playing Mekk-Knights. Usually, if you're playing pure, it's a blind second deck, almost always. But he did choose to go first, so I think he may be inclined to have some invoked cards in his deck, especially if he chose to go first. So we'll have to see there. Okay, and looks like we've got how much damage on board? 4,300 plus 3,000. That's already game here. So we're going to go into battle phase, and that's going to be game 1. Okay.
Well, there we go.
Yep. So I guess that's what happens if you break against Swordsoul, and they have a decent hand. You're gone.
It looks like they wormed their way out of that game. Haha, knee slap. Anyway, so I am looking at the player roster here, and you are correct. They are on pure Mekk-Knights. Or no, inverse. They are on pure Mekk-Knights, so either they forgot to mention they're running invoked, or they were banking on secrets being a strong opening play to stop their opponent.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. We'll have to see what happens here. Game 2 here, what Arkelos chooses. And let's see. He has chosen to go first again. Okay, so let's see if he can open up that Orcust Mekk-Knight guy. What's that guy called again? I can never remember his name. Girsu.
Girsu.
Yeah, Girsu. That is where you
the man who knows how to build musical instruments and golems out of them. It's an
Is that
interesting skill set. You can't really put it on your job application, but it's got to be useful somewhere.
yeah, not useful in the 21st century when it comes to acquiring a job. Well, maybe. Who knows? It's good. He's still a pretty expensive card, so he does have some value. Although that Megaton reprint did him dirty, drove down his stock there.
Yes, we know you can make a token on both sides of the field, but how can you synergize with Q2 revenue?
Exactly.
Okay, what's the reveals here?
Ooh, so he does find his Girsu. If he doesn't have one in his hand already, that's the way to go. Okay, so here comes the Girsu. All right, that is a really good start for Arkelos. We're going to have to see if Cody has like a hand trap for it. But I mean, if this card resolves, it's not only a Link 2, but also a dump. So really, really nice here. We will see what happens. Now, the reason, by the way, I have a little experience with Mekk-Knights. The reason last game Arkelos didn't use his World Legacy guy to summon out Girsu, while you can do that, the World Legacy spell, you can't summon the token during the turn you do that. And the reason is because the token is not a Mekk-Knight monster, whereas the World Legacy's memory restricts you from only summoning Mekk-Knight monsters for the rest of the turn. So that is why he probably didn't go for that play. We're going to see a Morningstar here. Pitch. Oh, so he drew the World Chalice. Unlucky. This is usually what you see people send off Girsu, but he's going to go Morningstar to add a memory. Probably going to see a purple coming out here. Maybe next turn, because he might have the World Legacy trap here. Okay, so we're going to set to pass. Giving Swordsoul a token is not the greatest, unfortunately. Out of all the decks you don't want to give a token, Swordsoul is probably #1 this format.
Yeah, and like what level is the token again? Is it like 4?
I believe it's level 1. Let's check here. Okay. Yeah, it's level 1. So not the greatest level, but I mean, this just makes it like the Tenyis always have something to use.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, normal monster. Oh my god.
Yeah, so not the greatest deck to give a token here. But that's all right. We will see how.
Now I remember there was a lot of hubbub about Token Collector as a side deck card against Swordsoul. Did that ever pan out?
Oh yeah, that card is good against Swordsoul. I mean, it's not like it doesn't 100% win all the time, but it is very good because not only is it a hand trap once and it summons a body, it also summons itself from grave again. So it's like once you have a Token Collector, like you've got a lot more chances of winning the game against Swordsoul because not only, even if they can make a decent board, you still get a free Token Collector the next time they try to go for a play, which is really huge.
That's so good.
Okay, so here comes World Legacy Memory. Oh, and an Artifact Sanctum. This is what you have to ash if you're Cody here. That is going to stop him in his tracks, and it's going to be a lot of advantage. Because, I mean, Purple was one of the biggest advantage gainers here. Wow, that's a really, really great card. You know, he might still have a Chalice, so we'll have to see here. Here comes Purple, here comes Scythe. The Scythe is going to trigger, locking the extra deck for the turn. Oh, and he has a Droplet.
There we go, okay.
So, yes, this has to be activated. He can't send tokens for cost, but he can send the driver.
Are you kidding me? The one brick, and he has it for the perfect card. That is ridiculous.
That is good. That is good. So, okay, it looks like this game is not over. Cody has the droplets. That purple should probably be banished. Okay, there it goes.
There you go.
And we will have to see, because this is intense here. Okay, so he's gonna grab the Girsu for follow-up, which makes sense. Oh, and he's going to chain Lancia on Resolution. Okay, I like this. I don't know how much this will affect Cody here, because, you know, this is still going to be a Baron at the minimum.
Yeah, what am I missing here? How does banishing on Arkelos' turn? No, we're on Cody's turn.
Yeah, we're on Cody's turn.
Yeah, so we're locking the Vishuddha, but I'm not sure. Is there anything else that's going to be stopping from him?
Well, not that we can tell. Not that we can tell at this moment. There might be
Okay.
stuff in his hand, maybe more Ten Yis or like a Heaven, or maybe a Taya in his hand. But right now, no. So Baron, probably, yeah, pop the Morning Star. That's a good idea. So here comes the emergence here. Now the question is, does he have another worm in his hand that he can reveal, or a Swordsoul card for the Mogi? Because if he does, it looks like he does here.
Wouldn't have searched it if you didn't have it.
Exactly. So here it comes. Declare the effect. Oh, yes. Okay, there it is.
Good grief.
So it looks like we are going to have a Swordsoul victory here. Although it's not over to the last life point goes away, as Yugimoto would say. So
Now is the time. I summon Swordsoul token. What is the synchro stuff?
Grand. No, it's not Grand Duke. It's Chisho. Oh, he's going for Boxia anyway. I can never remember the names of all these guys.
Oh man.
Gonna shuffle back the
So
side.
shuffle.
This is where you would want to have like another Sanctum in your deck, so you could activate. No,
He can pop the token, right, for Baxia's effect.
He sure can.
That's wild.
He sure can. He sure can. So who's coming out? Another Mogi is coming out. And that's gonna, yep, that's 7,000 right there.
Imagine the incredible disrespect. You could have like removed the Scythe in any way, but Cody was like, no, I'll reset your Sanctum.
Okay, yes. So here we go. Cody is going to win the round 1 feature match. We are going to find another match to spectate here. Let's look at our good friend, the Overseer. The Overseer. Let's see what we got here. It looks like we're in the middle of game 2. And, I already like what I'm seeing from the Bird Up player here. And if you're not a Bird Up fan, you do not like what you are seeing. We've got the Warbler Sparrow super combo here. So let us see if the Overseer can win. Looks like Overseer won game 1 though here. So he's got, some stuff going for him. Wow, this is very interesting. He went Warbler Sparrow, but did not make a Lyrilusk Xyz. Sorry, Golden, can you see what I'm seeing?
Yeah, I've got it pulled up. I was just taking a look at the roster because I was curious what the Overseer was on. We're on Bird Up versus Phantom Knights.
Phantom Knights. Okay, I see. Okay, so we've got... This is really strange because usually I see the Warbler Sparrow into the Xyz here, but it looks like that is not the case. We're going to see a Bear Broom, so this is an interesting build of the deck here. This is really interesting. This is not your standard Bird Up list here, because this is not the standard combo. We might be seeing a Revolt in play here, actually, Golden. This is interesting. Usually the Bird deck doesn't play Revolt.
Interesting.
Okay.
So did they specify they were playing Bird Up, or did they put down Tri-Brigade Lyrilusk? And if that's the case, what's the... I guess Revolt would be the big distinction between the two of them.
Yeah, I don't even know. I actually think those two decks are technically the same thing, or the same name. It's like, it's okay to say. I would just classify this as a non-standard build, I guess. Hello, Exodia Man from chat. Hello. Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V.
The entire season of Arc V is here? That's incredible.
I know. We have a massive production here at the DCS 5. Okay, so here we go. Fractal Banishing 2. What will we see here? We are going to see a Ancient Warrior's Oath Double Dragon Lords. Now, this is really interesting here. What will we see? Are we going to see an Appaloosa to finish it off here? It looks like we are going to see an Appaloosa to finish it off here. We're going for 3 material Appaloosa. I think. Let me look at this. Yep, looks like a 3 material Appaloosa. Okay, yeah, that's Rugal, Bear, and Fractal. So Bear is the link 2, and the other 2 are considered ones, I guess. Okay, so here we're at. Yep, that is going to be the 3 material Appaloosa.
Yeah, with like a ton of revolt fodder, 3 monster negates, and a compulsory evacuation device for anything, makes for a particularly strong board.
Yeah, this is strong. Okay, here comes the revolt. Here, revolt is really, really nice as an interruption against the Phantom Knight deck because it just banishes. It just vanishes, and there's nothing you can do about that as a Phantom Knight player, except if you have droplets, like we saw Cody have in the last game here. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Thinking about what to put back here. Wow, that's also bad news if you're your opponent, because that means they actually have a decision here on what to put back, which means all their cards are good. So you hate to see that when your opponent's thinking about what to put back.
That's the most terrifying word ever on DB. Thinking.
Yeah, thinking. I'm thinking. I need to think about which of these cards I should put back. I've got 3 choices, because I'm not putting back Revolt. And that means I have 3 equally powerful cards. So either they're 3 equally bad cards, or 3 equally good cards. And it's just a tough decision. Okay.
Which brick do I want to put back into my deck?
Right. Well, we set 2, so...
Oh.
Scary. Scary.
See, what I like about Double Dragon Lords is that it can use things like Tenki, which are like virtual 1-for-1s, and just get a free, I don't want to say a +1 off of it, but it utilizes a card in a way that it wouldn't otherwise be. Hey, whoa, never mind. That line of thought didn't matter. We've got Dark Ruler no more.
Got Dark Ruler no more. It's okay. He still has Revolt. That's the power of Revolt. There comes the Dark Ruler no more. All of this stuff is negated. Okay, here comes the first Phantom Knight. That's okay here. Yeah, he's thinking about using the Revolt right away. That could be good. Like, for example, it's good against Silent Boots.
Yeah, you better pull that trigger right now, because like 3 interrupts against Phantom, or like 5 interrupts against Phantom Knights is good. Having the 1, I don't think is going to get you very far.
Yeah,
you have to stop them now.
It depends on what you want to stop. You could try to stop them at Cherubini, or you could try to stop them here. It really depends. So he's going to say normal summon's okay. Interesting here. So really depends. Okay, he did have the boots. And he's going to chain Stained Graves. Okay, that's pretty good from our man, the Overseer here.
That other set card better be cracked.
Yeah, it better be cracked, but we will have to see. Probably like an Imperm or something like that. Just trying to like go through like what's possible. So also hello to Tally in the chat. Hey Tally.
Hey Tally, what's up?
We will have to see here. This is going to be an interesting one. We got 3 monsters. Everything's negated here because of the Dark Ruler. Okay, so Mr. White Devil says he is all good. So, okay, I imagine he's probably going to have to hit the Cherubini. He might not, depending on what his other back row is. But he's sort of committed here to this play, it feels like. Shrink asks what game it. This is game 2, and I believe the Overseer won game 1, if I'm not mistaken here. Okay, so here we go.
And let's see the Revolt for 400.
Dun 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 dun. Hey, Tally wins $400. Oh, sorry, not Tally Nova. We're Tally. Tally, you got me confused by talking in chat. Okay. Don't do that anymore, Tally.
It's okay. We're all big one commentating family here.
Exactly.
And I will message you privately about how hurt I am.
Exactly.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, so Nerval, Ferrojet, Warbler coming back. Makes sense.
Oh my gosh, the value.
The value is here.
I want to be a fly on the wall during the design meeting who's like, yes, I would like to print at common a card that makes a free link monster that gets even more advantage.
That is true. That is the most surprising thing, is that Revolt was common. I mean, it's interesting is that like it wasn't used as much in the early days of Tri-Brigade because they hadn't printed Kit yet, so it was hard to turn on with one fractal, and they didn't print Bearbrum yet, which made it hard to search. But still, that card had potential since it came out. And I'm sort of surprised it was a common. And same with Nerval. Nerval is like also common.
Oh my god,
which
so
is crazy. Ooh.
Yeah, let's print more Foolish Burials on my okay. On the nerve.
On the nerve, I'm assuming here, which makes sense. If you have the Call Bar of the Grave, you might as well use it here on the Nerval. That's gonna hurt the follow-up, especially if you can break the board here.
Yeah.
Alejandro says he wishes he was there when they created Dragoon in the meeting. You know what? You're probably right. Maybe you could have stopped them, Alejandro. Maybe if you were there, you could have stopped them. And Phoenix Enforcer, I mean, it's honestly like they must like okay, we need you to design like an overpowered card. Okay, like everyone submit your overpowered card designs to the boss. And
well, now see, I know what happened with DPE. They're all like, guys, we messed up. We printed Phoenix Enforcer as an elemental hero on its first printing. How do we correct that in the public eye and make sure everyone sees it? And they're all like, oh, I know. We just reprint Dryden, but purple.
Exactly. And make sure you can summon it with Fusion Destiny. That's the key here. We don't. Let's just use the material straight from the deck. Okay. No, we don't need any of that hand, field. Just straight from the deck. Okay. So, looks like this Call by the Grave resolves. He's got a thing with banish. Yeah, you definitely wanted the Cherubini here. I mean, hitting the boots, he'll just send another boots, probably.
Oh, yeah.
So, Cherubini makes sense. Draws one, and he's probably going to think what to put back again because he had a good card in his hand. So, I don't think it's, I think White Devil still has a chance here because, he's got a live set. Right. We have the Overseer. He's got his Ancient Cloak in the grave, which will add another Phantom Knights card. But really what I think we might see here is maybe even a Zeus play, or if he runs the OTK package in OTK play. That's really the sort of the $1 million question here.
Yeah, because if that's not another piece of interaction, Ancient Cloak can grab like Ragged Gloves or something, and then Stained Greaves can just put it onto the board. So even if that last card in hand doesn't do anything, he has an extender all set up.
I see. So Stained Greaves can put it onto the board because I see. You just banish it to special summon from and Does he have a DD Crower called by the grave? If you do, I would use it here. That's a time to use it. Yeah, this is the time to use it. So
okay, that's a little dramatic. I guess you could hit the Stained Greaves if you know your Phantom Knight matchup, but you might as well now.
Yeah, you could.
Oh man.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And this is why you ask your opponent if they have passed priority.
That's true. That's true.
I'm pretty sure that the Overseer or White Devil would not have known to do that if he hadn't the Overseer hadn't pulled the trigger on that so quickly.
Yeah. Can't reset. I think that's probably a dueling book bug, so he needs to just reload the page. Okay. Yeah, I mean this is like a weird thing. So on dueling book it's like different. In real life, if your opponent never asks you, you can always make them take it back. On dueling book, like it's like, well, if you don't say anything after like 10 seconds or 5 seconds, like depends on the judge, depends on the situation, sort of thing. But yeah, in real life, because the turn player basically always has priority, almost always, unless they just activated a card effect. So if they don't say anything, you can just wait, until they try to do something. Like, they have to ask you if resolution is okay. And the reason they have to ask you is because they're the ones with priority after card effects have resolved, if it's their turn. So basically, you're waiting for your opponent. If they try to do something, they never pass priority to you, you can sort of make them take it back. So it's like a trick you can sort of almost employ. Like, I'm going to wait to get more information. So always good to communicate when you play in real life. I think it actually helps you more than it hurts.
And as someone who's had a bit of tournament anxiety, I totally get the issues of like asking, because it can feel like I don't want to look stupid or anything. But like, trust me, the more you practice it, the better results you will see, because you're not giving away free information or losing plays because you ended up giving away info.
Okay, so we've got a good start here. We've got Torn Scales into Boots. This is going to go straight into the Cherubini. Let's see what he sends for cost here.
Not activating the Torn Scales, though. Interesting.
Yeah, not activating the Torn Scales. He might activate it later, because that thing can just special itself from the graveyard. Just because it's a very, very strong card. Really, that's why I can do that, because it's a strong card.
Look, I'm totally biased. I don't know either of these players, but I need Overseer to get this dub so bad right now.
Are you a PK fan more than a Tri-Brigade fan here?
Oh, beyond crazy. I think like the first big tournament success I've had was with Burning Abyss. So when PK came in, I'm like, yes, you're my children now. Come in. You're part of the family now.
I see. Okay. All right, so here we are. He's got the Rusty. If this resolves, it's gonna be tough for our White Devil. Oh, but he's thinking about it. Just hold on a second.
Oh.
Hold your horses.
Oh.
Hold your horses. Do we have something for this?
Which Trinity would know about because they're playing the tri-types.
Right. And he has a Veiler. Okay.
Oh boy. Now.
But,
no, all of that is effect. None of that's cost.
Yeah, but still.
But they can still keep going.
Yeah, because we banish this, we add something, then we special back the Torn Scales. I mean, we can even like add a Fog Blade, discard the Fog Blade to special back the, to pay with cost with the Torn Scales. There's a lot of hope here. Maybe if there's like an Appaloosa or like a Nibiru in White Devil's hand, he's got something here.
Terrifying. Konami, please print a Nibiru counter for Phantom Knights, please. I would super appreciate it.
No, I don't think I think that might be a little bit unfair, maybe is the word I'm looking for. This deck is already strong enough. I don't know if it needs any more help right now. But I guess a man can dream, right? A man can dream.
Okay, no, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. There's game balance issues to consider. If you make a deck tier 0, it's going to make an unfun format. The issue with that point of view is that I don't care. Well, I just want PKs to be good. As good as possible.
Shazam has a good answer for you. He says they already are printing Nibiru counters, and they're called Brave tokens, which sort of true. Actually,
fair.
Very true. So, that's true. Okay, so here you go. Here comes the play here where they search here. We could see a Nibiru is what I'm thinking here. Let's see it. Is it going to happen? You haven't used it. He has not used it. We did make a point of that. Did catch Nova earlier in the turn.
Just went right into it.
Yep, Overseer sort of recounting his line of play here, which was true. I do remember this. So, it turns out Shazam is saying in the chat, you can use Cherubini to dump the card it's searchable by Cherubini. So here is the Nibiru. Like I was saying, he needed something like this here. Whew. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's take a look at the Overseer's graveyard here. I don't see all up in his grave. But he does have the Fusion Destiny. That is huge. So we have two good hands battling it out here in game 3. So this is intense. We have two. I mean, this is crazy. This is just crazy. We have like two just amazing hands battling it out in game 3. But
this token only has a 1600 defense though.
yeah, not very high defense. But okay, here comes the DP. Don't forget to declare your DPEs, folks. Okay, good. I always forget, honestly, and I've used this card probably more than I should to keep forgetting to declare my DPE. But
we should just ask them to make it mandatory because I would like to not have to remember.
Yeah, I agree too. I agree. I've also declared it and then not summoned it back, and that was a whole mess to untangle.
Gosh.
So yeah, don't be like me, guys. Don't be like
it's
me.
Scarm all over again.
Yeah.
Do you think we can handle remembering these things?
Yeah, they should just make that. I don't know. They just like let them search and don't let them use it. I don't know. Yeah, the end. It's a lot of chance for remembering. Hello, Raging Aura. Good day. Good day to you, sir. Good day to you as well. He says, "Good day, lads." It's gonna be a good day, I think. Ooh, 2 sets. Big think, he says. This is gonna be an interesting one because let's see what we got here. Right, this turn is gonna decide the game here, basically. Now we know Overseer's got 1 interruption on the DP, maybe 2. We know it's not 3 sets because one of them is a wings. Right, we saw him search the wings. Or we know he has the wings because he discarded it. I don't remember if we saw him search it or not. But we know one of them is the wings. So that's not really an interruption. I mean, sort of. Ooh, starting off with the best card. Lyrilusk Bird Call.
Oh, yeah. We'd love to see it.
This one is calling some birds. And what will he call? He'll call a turquoise warbler. Okay.
Warbler.
So here we go. Warbler Sparrow. Let's see it. Now, ooh, hits him with the droll. Wow, these are some crazy hands by both players, but I think the Overseers might be better than Devils, because here comes the thing here. In the end phase, he's going to go wings on his DPE. Ah, very nice. So this is going to probably stop the Fusion Destiny from killing it. I think during the end phase, you can destroy it. Yeah, so.
Well, I believe he's already like cycled out of the fusion destruction because he's already popped it with its own effect, right?
Oh, that's true. That's true. You're right. You're right. That's a good point. I forgot about that. You're right.
Oh yeah, and the protection only lasts till the end of the turn, but the boost does last while it's on the field. This feels like a weird time to use it, though.
Yeah. Thank you, Porcelain. I didn't realize I had those notifications on in the background, so I appreciate it. I've muted them. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. I think I'm not sure what's going on here. He's saying he's going to ask for a judge, but I'm not.
Yeah,
really sure what for.
Yeah,
maybe,
I'm lost.
Maybe he was.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I think you're about to just say it, which is the DP popping itself in the end phase. But I think you were saying already that it doesn't work, or it's not affected by Fusion Destiny anymore.
I think there might be a judge call involving the droll versus the bird call, because the last thing to happen. Oh no, it's not the on summon of defusion.
Yeah. Huh? It was the Fusion Destiny thing you were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, I think. I mean, this is going to be tough because we're going to see a Celestial Dasher draw next turn, most likely. I mean, and the Rusty coming back off the wings.
He might be banking on having another Phantom Knight's wings next turn, so he's using his once per turns now.
Yes, I think you're right. Oops, sorry, I hit them.
Interesting. Yeah, this is already 51 on board. So he doesn't have to go much further to close this out if they're already in end phase.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough. What kind of hand is Trinity rocking that was the only starter? Or I guess not the only starter, but I guess Droll does kind of shut out most of the cards in hand, actually.
Yeah, I mean, White Devil's saying, of course, here, to be honest, he's going to resolve this is rusty again anyway. There's basically like he basically has his whole deck already, to be honest. So
Oh yeah.
that's basically it. I mean, is he just thinking
Oh,
about turning everything into attack mode here?
right. Yeah, forgot. The token is also humongous. So actually, yeah, this is game damage right here.
Yeah, this looks like game damage here. How did you pop the wing? He didn't pop it, he just activated it.
Turns out that it has some effect
Yeah,
text
it
at the
does.
beginning too.
Yeah, it does just activate. Yeah, I used to play this card and actually barrier statue stun. Cause
Strong option.
Because it protects it from battle and card effect. The 500 is permanent even if the card goes away. Yeah, so it's pretty nice.
And all you have to do to play a deck like Barrier Statue Stun with wings is just be a bad person and not care about your opponent having fun. It's an easy trade-off. I do it all the time.
Some would argue that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a zero-sum game of fun, right? If your opponent is not having fun, you're having all the fun. We are going to see the Overseer take the match. That is going to be the win. We see the GGs come out. That is nice to see. Round 1 is winding down to a close here, guys. We got a couple minutes left in the round. So, Golden, what did you think about round 1 here, the DCS 5?
Round 1 was pretty solid. As usual, Cody showed us an outstanding game, piloting Swordsoul to its maximum power. And the Bird Up versus Phantom Knight was probably the most hyped thing I've seen all day, and that's not just because I've only seen 2 games today.
Well, it was definitely a good match. We didn't get to see game 1, but I mean, game 3 was definitely a battle of some really, really strong hands. He played through 2 hand traps, but then had the Fusion Destiny, then had the Droll to stop there. But I think he played it really well. Actually, I think he really played it pretty well. So, congrats to the Overseer for winning round 1. All right, guys, that is going to be it for round 1. We will be back for round 2 in just a bit. Thank you all for watching. Don't go anywhere. We've got a couple more rounds. I think we got 5 more rounds today here, so it's going to be a not too long of a day. DCS, they run their rounds pretty fast here at Dragon Rider Games, but we'll see you in a bit for round 2.